How's it going, guys, and welcome back to FM Scout. This is ABTFM, and today I am going to talk about some top tips to try in FM21. Compared to FM20, there are quite a number of new features in FM21. So in this video, most of the tricks that I am going to show you are new in this year's FM. So try them out yourself, because some of these tips are very useful or you might not know it exists in FM21. So before I start the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified so you wouldn't miss out any of our video. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the point. The first tip that I am going to show you is the training intensity. So often, a lot of FM gamer love to set their player training intensity to double intensity, because in this way, it helps your players improve. If you leave the training intensity as automatic, the default intensity is normal intensity. However, there is a trick where you can adjust the training intensity effectively. So let me show you right now. So go to the training tab, and you will find there is a rest tab up here. Click it and it will bring you to this screen. So as you can see here, you can adjust the training intensity according to the player's condition. So for example, I'm just going to double up the intensity when my players are in great condition. So if they are tired, I am just going to lower their training intensity to half. By doing this, you will notice that even your training intensity is automatic, they will change according to your plan right here. So Roberto Firmino right now, he's in full green condition. So his training intensity immediately went from normal to double. So does Jordan Henderson, Mohamed Salah, Jorginho Wijnaldum, and so on. So if you can see right here, Billy Koumetio is in red heart condition. So injury risk is very high and training intensity right now is half intensity. So instead of changing the training intensity every time, you can just set your plan right here. It should help a lot in avoiding training injuries, because most of the time, your players might be training in double intensity at low fitness. That's why they picked up injury during training. So first tip, set your training intensity in the rest tab. Next up, we have a small feature in FM21, which is the assistant manager actually tells you if the player's attribute can no longer be increased by training. So let me show you this right here. In the player development tab, you can see Neymar's additional focus is strength. So strength training is mainly focusing on two attributes, which is strength and jumping reach. Right here in the training report, the second line, your assistant is actually telling you that his jumping reach is not going to increase anymore. So it is time for you maybe switch the additional focus to other, and this is pretty cool small feature right here, and you should keep an eye on the development report on your players. The third tip right here is the more obvious one, which is the Ask Agent availability. Well, I believe SI has tweeted this even before the beta came out. So basically, before you make an offer for a player, you can click the Ask Agent about availability to know whether or not the club wants to sell the player, how much salary the player wants. It gives you an idea of how much transfer fee you need to spend, and it will save you some money when you negotiate contracts. So I personally love this feature a lot, and it is definitely a good way for you to manage the club finance even better. So right here, I've asked Erling Haaland's agents about his availability. So Borussia Dortmund will want somewhere between 45 million and 81 million to make a deal possible. And Erling Haaland would ask for a 200k per week wages. So yes, you got the idea right here. Moving on to the next tip. So a few days ago, we posted a video talking about how to sign youth players for compensation. So make sure you check out that video if you haven't already. It is a very good way for you to sign new gens with great potential. However, signing players for compensation means that you will have to give the team 40% profit of the next sale. So an even better way, or another way of signing the youngster, is actually just pay for the compensation fee. So don't use the approach to sign, and in fact, just make an offer for the youth player. Pay out the compensation amount that is shown under the contract negotiation screen. In that way, you don't have to give the 40% in the future. So let me show you this. So when we go to approach to sign and finalize promise, negotiate contract, you will see there is a current compensation of £1.4 million. So I'm just going to click this player again and just go to transfer offer, make an offer for him, and I am just going to put £1.4 million. Here you go, suggest terms, and you can just finalize the offer. So in this way, you don't have to give the 40% to the team in the future. Moving on to the next tip on the list, well, in FM21, SI has added the XG, which is previously called clear-cut chances. So right now, you can check the XG story in any match stat screen. Either it is in the game or after the game. So right here, I will just jump into my schedule and pick a game. So I'm just going to pick this 4-0 win against Burnley. And then I will just maximize my XG match story right here. And then now I can have a read on the analyst report. So we put out a fantastic performance according to XG with an XG total that was far greater than our opponents. So pleasingly, we had more shots and we converted our chance at a better rate than Burnley did. We had more individual high quality chances, likely due to the fact that our average shot quality was higher than theirs, which is very good to see. So yes, you can just read everything in the XG match story. Number 6 tip on the list is the pre-match tactical changes. So in FM21, every time before you go into a match, the pre-match tactical meeting will pop up on your screen. So there will be a suggestion from your assistant manager, whether it is the player selection or tactical instruction and so on. So right now, you have the option to choose next match only, which means your tactical changes will only apply for this game and it will go back to normal after that. So it is pretty useful when you just want to lower down the mentality for a specific game, or maybe change a few instructions when you face a stronger team. And most importantly, it doesn't actually affect your default game plan. Into the 7th tip on the list, as you guys know, the fitness and condition was in numbers and percentage in FM20. So in FM21, they actually changed it to a heart icon. One of the most important things is the fatigue of your player. So go to customize your squad view in squad selection, then do fitness and injuries. And you can now add fatigue to your squad view and press OK. So I'm just going to resize all column right here. And this feature is particularly useful now because the fatigue shows if your players are fresh or low fatigue or they are tired and needed a rest. So overall, this is a pretty good feature to avoid injuries. So next up, let's go to the team report and click on analyst report. And right here, if you press scoring or conceding, you will get a small window at the bottom right corner, which shows how your team ranks compared to the rest of the league. So this thing is actually called a scatter plot. As you can see right here, there's a small icon on the top right corner. So press it and it will maximize the view. As you can see right here, my defensive efficiency is actually quite good right here. And I'm just going to close this and go to scoring. And I'm just going to maximize this view and I'm at the top right here. So this is a very useful feature. As you can see, your tactics is doing great in both attacking area and defensive area compared to the other team. So another easier way to interpret this is, as for attacking, you are looking to be the top right if possible. So aggressive and clinical, as you can see here. So I'm just going to close this, and defensive wise, you are looking to be at the bottom left. So last but not least, there is a new feature added in the mentoring section. Let's just go to the mentoring lab, and under training, here you can see the relationship between the mentor and the mentees. So right here, Jordan Henderson is obviously the mentor, and Billy Kumeto, Leighton Clarkson, and Nico Williams are the mentees. So right now, you can see the estimated influence on group on Jordan Henderson is significant, and estimated effect from group for Billy and Leighton is significant as well. So this can be very useful when you are looking to find what mentors fit your youngsters best. We are of course looking for the maximum effect and try to make sure it is a good effect and not the bad ones. Anyways, these are some of the top tips to try in FM21. Let me know in the comment section down below if these tips are useful to you. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content. I am ABTFM and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.